Hello students, welcome to Excel Academy's YouTube channel. So here we are covering the current affairs weekly roundup, and this is the 22nd session that we are doing on current affairs. We are trying to cover news that we came across between 5th of July and 10th of July. If you are a CSEET aspirant or if you are aspiring to clear any of the competitive examinations, this video should be of some help to you. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Do subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe. And if you have any doubts, you need clarification, you can definitely leave your questions in the comment section. We shall get back to you with answers. Anyway, let's start with the first news bit. Entry-level hatchbacks losing market share. Expect to see even fairer models. Now, this is a news because in India, for a very long time, hatchback cars were doing extremely well. We have had Maruti 800, then we had Alto, then we had Zen Estilo. Then came the Tata Nano. So there were a lot many cars which did extremely well, and every company had their own small cars. But today the market trend has completely changed. This news bit tells us that people are preferring sedan and compact SUVs and other types. As a result, the sales for the small cars and hatchback cars has drastically dropped, and it also says that Tata Nano and Eon and such cars have stopped manufacturing. The second news bit is CoWIN platform being made available to all countries, says Prime Minister. So CoWIN is the platform where we can register ourselves for the COVID vaccination. So this is a great platform, and it is doing extremely well. So this platform is being made available to all countries, and every country can use and help their citizens to register in that and get themselves vaccinated. So this is another gift that India is giving the world. Revenge travel, overcrowding markets to nullify gains. Now this is a serious concern. Our country was virtually completely under lockdown for almost 2.5 months. So now slowly states are opening up, and what we are seeing is people are traveling right, left and center. Markets are getting overcrowded, and now this is a real fear factor. The opening up of the lockdown is not the sign that COVID has completely gone. Only thing is it has reduced. So if people continue to crowd, there is a chance of inviting trouble. So we have to be very, very careful. And this is called revenge traveling. So this is something which you have to remember. This is a new phrase that has come in the market. It is revenge traveling. GST mop-up slips to 93,000 crores. So maybe pre-COVID times and after the first wave as well, we were very consistently hitting a mark where India was collecting 1 lakh crore rupees in the form of GST collection every month. So now we know the COVID impact, the lockdown impact is there on the economy. As a result, the GST collection has fallen to 93,000 crores. So there is a clear deficit of 7,000 crores in the collection of tax. It means that the economic activities has definitely slowed down. Sensex records maiden close at above 53,000 mark. So India, there are two prominent markets in India. One is the BSE and other is the NSE. There are other markets as well, but like I told you, these two are the prominent markets. So here, what we see is BSE, that is the index of BSE is Sensex, and it has hit 52,000 mark. So it has set a new record. Jeff Bezos hits wealth record of 211 billion on Pentagon move. So Jeff Bezos continues to be the world's richest man. He was the CEO of Amazon since its establishment sometime in the mid-90s. Now he has stepped down and he has become the executive chairman of Amazon, but he still continues to be the richest man in the world. IMF chief urges G20 to prevent devastating blow to the poorest. So G20 stands for Group 20. So these are the top 20 economies of the world. 80% of the population of the world lives in these countries. 75% of the production of goods and services across the world happens in these 20 countries. So now IMF chief is telling that they should make sure that the poorest of the poor are not hit very hard, and G20 should work towards preventing it. So that is the thing that the IMF chief is urging the G20 countries. Online shopping will not replace offline. Both will continue to grow. So this comes from Sanjeev Goenka. So he says that he is the head retail and FMCG. So he says that the online shopping will not replace the offline completely. Both will coexist. That is something which is very true, be it education, be it banking, be it retail. There will always be a hybrid model. One might not replace the other one. So this is something which is known to all of us, and it has been reinforced by the big man. Right. Indian IT industry revenues will see double-digit growth in financial year 22. So the IT sector, the software companies, the BPOs and KPOs and all these companies will do extremely well, and they will register double-digit growth. It means that 10% and above. And who's telling this? That's very important. This comes from Azim Premji, who's the chairman of Wipro. Wipro is one of the prominent names in Indian IT industry. Vaishnav gets IT, telecom and railways, Puri oil, Scindia aviation. So there is a huge reshuffle of cabinet ministers that happened in the country. New faces have been seen, and some of the very old players have been asked to exit. Somebody like Javadekar, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Dr. Harshvardhan, they were names which were there in the political circus for a very long time, and they have been asked to exit, and some of the new phases have been included. Karnataka state has got 4 cabinet ministries. So every state has got representation. There is a representation even from Tripura for the first time in the history of independent India. And there are about 11 women in the cabinet ministry. So this is a big reshuffle. This is a big stride forward by the present Narendra Modi's government. Right. Zomato's 9,375 crore IPO to open on July 14th. So Zomato, Paytm, all these companies are coming out with their IPOs. There are talks, there are discussions and debates that is going on how great these IPOs are, because these companies are loss-making companies. But there are people who are telling that these companies would do well once the IPOs are announced. So we just have to wait and watch what exactly is going to happen. But as of now, what we understand is Zomato is filing for their initial public offer, and it will be out on July the 14th. Future Reliance deal, SE to hear on July 20th, Amazon plea against HC. So there is a fight that is going on between Future Group, to which Brand Factory and Big Bazaar and other brands belong to. Then we have Reliance Industries, Reliance, and Amazon. So all these 3 companies are in a tangle. So Amazon first wanted to purchase Future Group, then Reliance wanted to purchase this, then Amazon had a problem with the Reliance Future deal, then they went to the High Court, and now Amazon failed there. Then Amazon went to the Supreme Court, and now Supreme Court has told that they'll listen to the plea after 20th of July. So this is something which is very, very interesting. If Amazon takes over Future, it means that Amazon will enter the offline trade in India. If Reliance takes over Future, then Reliance is going to become the biggest retail company in the country. So we just have to wait and watch what will be the result of this case. Right. Health infra gets 23,123 crore boost to battle COVID. So this is a great news. India is spending a lot of money to improve the health infrastructure, with the worry of the third wave hitting the country sometime soon. India is gearing up, making all preparations required so that we can face the third wave comprehensively and make sure that the economy and the lives of the people is not affected much. LIC to have CEO, government scraps chairman's post. So there are certain big changes that are happening in Life Insurance Corporation of India. LIC is one of the largest public sector units in the country today, and their valuation is somewhere at a very, very high rate, and it is somewhere around 2 lakh crores or something. So this company is expected to come out with its IPO. The government will be disinvesting in LIC. So the chairman's position will be replaced by the CEO's position. Retail auto sales gain some speed. This is the good news. Once the automobile sector, infrastructure sector grows, economy starts doing well. And what we see is the last month's figures are very encouraging, at least in terms of retail auto sales. Won't protect HC, tells Twitter. So now there is this thing that is going on between Government of India and all these large social media companies. Google and Facebook have already published their complaints report. That's what the government is asking. Every month, 15th, the companies who have got a subscribership of more than 5 million users should come out with a complaints report telling that how many complaints were received and the type of action these companies have taken to resolve those complaints. Google and Facebook have already agreed and their complaints report have been presented to the government, but Twitter is little adamant and they are not presenting it, and the High Court has told that High Court cannot protect Twitter. So this is the latest when it comes to the tangle that is going on between the social media companies and government of India. So this was the news that we wanted to cover this week. Hope you got some insights into what's happening in the country. If you have any questions, like I told you, you can leave it in the comment section. We shall get back to you with answers. Thank you so much.